This is a general reading for Taurus for the week of September 8th through the 14th. So if Taurus is your sun or moon rising or Venus, this is a general reading for you. So take what resonates and leave the rest. Again, for September, I'm offering that 30-minute complimentary reading for those who subscribe or put in a comment in the month of September, and one person will be randomly selected from those groups. And I do read all the comments. Thank you, Taurus, for your support of the channel. It is so appreciated. And the kind words and prayers for me and for my gypsy dog. It's very appreciated. Also, if you like the video, thumbs up. And if you aren't a subscriber, please consider subscribing. If you are a subscriber, would you check under the video and see if it still says subscriber? Because sometimes YouTube reverses it. I don't know why, and then you have to resubscribe. So it's building up the channel from the support of everybody. So thank that. And to subscribe is free. There is no cost. It doesn't cost you anything to be a subscriber. The advantage is that you could be in the considered for the free reading. You also can, when you subscribe, you can hit the notification button, which means that when the videos come out, you will be notified so you can see them in time. And also, I have people right outside my door talking because I'm right by the market. And so that's the advantage of being a subscriber. Now, in the month of September, I have my special going on for $22 for a 30-minute reading, and the reading is sent to you by video. And this month, I'm using that money for my veterinarian bills. I have taken Milo and Jason to the vet in preparation for moving back to the U.S. I have to have all these certificates and have to have the rabies shots at least 3 weeks ahead, etc. Plus, I have the expenses for Gypsy with her ongoing veterinarian bills and her medicine. You know, it's a day-by-day with her, and she has a vet bill a vet appointment in 2 weeks, but I don't know if she's going to still be around. And I want to have money tucked aside for when I need to take her to the vet when she decides she wants to cross over. So it helps me for a reading for $22. And it helps you. I mean, you get a good reading. And if you're interested, send me an email. My email address is down below. I also still have the other readings available, which would be live, and I usually use with apps. So if you're interested in those, that information is down below also. So I have shuffled the cards. I'm using the Morgan Greer today. I have Nina here on the table. Milo's in the hallway. And he's now on heart pills. That's another thing. That's like 70 euros for 2 months supply. Because he's getting old. He's at least 16. Then I have Jason in the bedroom. Gypsy's in the living room. And it's a day by day with her. Her tumor just keeps growing. But she's not ready to cross over. She still likes her ear rubs and her chicken. And Hope is out in the courtyard. If you hear any little noises, that's Milo coughing. I think it might be his heart. But he decided he wanted to be in the hallway with us. Today, he wants to be part of the crew. So I've shuffled the cards, and we'll see what comes up. I asked the spirit guides if they had anything that they wanted our Taurus to know. And be consistent. That's what they said. Be consistent. Check for any, it's almost like Mercury in retrograde. It's check for any business dealings that you check to be, to any communications. That if you're signing any contracts or have any business dealings, be sure to check the fine print, that nothing's excluded, make no assumptions. I think, I started the reading yesterday, and then I had to stop with that outside noise, but it's looking at, if, like, for example, if you are bidding on a job, you're self-employed, do not forget the extras that maybe you don't have on a normal basis, but include them in the bid, because if you don't, you could end up not making a profit on it. Any sort of thing, look at it once, look at it twice. Be sure that you are being very vigilant in any business dealings this month. Make copies of your emails, make copies of your texts, because that is communication, and it can be considered a contract. So it's almost like when Mercury's in retrograde, just be very proactive in protecting your business dealings. Also on apartments too, if you're thinking of, or renting, check any contracts. That's what it's saying, is check any contracts this month. And look, read it, make copies of it. Don't make any assumptions. Also, what else do you have for Taurus? I get that someone's being a little bit stubborn with family members, like a child or something, and it says, remember when you were a child. Remember when you were a child. Even though when we were children, and it changes every generation, because our world is changing. Now they don't even like kids to go to the park. And, so it says, just remember when you were a child. And even though you might have to change things now because of how the world is changing, remember how you felt. Get in touch with how you felt and what you wanted to do. And then you'll be able to understand your child better. Okay. So it's like, it could be a communication block or something. And so try to see their point of view, because then that's going to help to come to a meeting of the minds. And it's also going to be bringing peace under the roof, because you want peace under the roof. Because if you don't have peace under the roof, they don't want to be under the roof, and they're going to want to be more away. So it's trying to understand from their point of view and connect with how you felt at that age. And that's going to give more peace. That's true for all relationships. Try to understand the other person's point of view, because then that will help in clearer communications, and that will change the energy of even the universe if we try to understand the other person's point of view. Okay, that's what Taurus had to say. So I've shuffled the cards on the Morgan here, and the first one is the Knight of Cups. Could represent home, could represent a relationship. Crossed over by the Queen of Rods. And the Queen of Rods has the sunflower. It's like the sun. Things are good with the Queen of Rods. And then we have at the base of it, the Nine of Swords reversed. So it could be the Queen of Rods and the Knight of Cups in a relationship. Then behind you is the Eight of Swords. On your thoughts is the Nine of Wands. So we have two nines. Nines represent that it's almost over, closure. We got repeating numbers. Coming right ahead is, look at this, the sun. Things right ahead are starting to get sunny. We're leaving that old pattern. And then we have the 10 of Wands, definitely leaving. It's moving forward, because the 10 of Wands, when the 10s start coming, it means that we're getting out of that cycle. We're moving forward. And then we have, there we are, the Fool right next to it. Yes, we're moving forward. New beginnings. Page of Pentacles, you're going to get a message about money, maybe a new job. And the final outcome. Oh, look at this. The Ace of Cups. Oh, look at the final outcome. That is so good. Yeah, the 10 means you're leaving. The 9s means you're leaving. And then you have your Page of Pentacles, but you have the Fool and you have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups with the Page of Cups. So Could be new romance, could be a home. We'll look at it a little bit. Then we have the Three of Pentacles with your Page of Pentacles. Oh, this is perfect. Look at this reading. Hangman with the Fool. You're sort of trying to figure out where you're going to go. And then the Ten of Wands with the Seven of Cups. The Sun with the Judgment card. What do you want to manifest? What's on your mind? Two of Pentacles. What's behind you? Two of Swords. Repeating numbers. Nine of Swords with the Empress. Then we have Four of Wands. So how many fours do we have? I think this is the only one. Four of Wands crossed over by the King of Pentacles. Could be a job, could be a relationship. You're definitely moving from that cycle, Taurus. You are moving forward. The cards are really showing that it's ending that cycle onto new beginnings with your Ace of Cups and with your Fool card. Fool is definitely the beginning. The 10 of Wands is like, okay, I'm through with the burdens. I'm moving forward. I see the way out of here. That reminds me way back when the fun house at the carnival and we had the fair and you had to try to figure out how to get out of there. It's even like the maze, like the corn maze. How do you get out of there? Where's the door to get out of here? That's what your 10 of Wands is. How do you get out of this maze? Well, and the other deck, it has the light showing you how to get out of the way, how to get out of there. And that's what you now know, that there's a way out. There's a path that is lit for you to get out of this situation. It's over. And you're moving forward with your Fool card, which is new beginnings. Because your reading is about the Knight of Cups, can be home, can be a person, crossed over by the Queen of Rods. So the Queen of Rods could be you, the Knight of Cups could be you. What it's representing, though, is can be a person, like the Knight of Rods could be a person. It could be an offer of love. It could be a relationship between these two, or it can be moving. It could be home. So the cups can represent home. So it can be relationship. It can be moving. It also could be self-love too. You know, the Knight of Cups can represent self-love, learning to love yourself. With happy home, happy conclusion, and the King of Pentacles. So it can be prosperity. King of Pentacles can represent a person. It can represent an organization. It can represent money. So things are starting to fall into place. And those, you know, it can be a job offer. It can be money coming to you, but you feel very good about it. This is like a celebration time with the King of Pentacles. Can be now the King of Pentacles is someone who's like the money person in the community, someone established who's made their way, who has manifested what they wanted, and they have a standing in the community. Can also represent an organization. Could represent, for example, a bank loan, moving to a new house, approval for a job, something. Could be a relationship also. So depending on your situation, but it's good. Whatever it is, whatever the King of Pentacles is, it's good. Because at the base of it is this is your past. The Nine of Swords is being released. That situation that was so hard for you, it's reversed, which means it's letting go of the past. And at the base of it is the Empress, which is manifesting that which you want in all areas of your life. Health, relationships, prosperity, home, all aspects. And it's saying that it's releasing those things from the past that were very hurtful for you. As a result of releasing those things, you can now move forward in manifesting what you want, which represents the Empress, which is also your happy home, the Four of Wands. So it's starting to fall in place. You're letting go of the past and you're having new good things coming to you. Because behind you, saying you have two twos, you have the Two of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. Behind you is the Ace of Swords and undecided to what to do. Behind you, you're like, oh, what is this situation? I can't move forward. Like if you're in a relationship, it's like you're having to, figure out what you want to do about that. And then you have to have the, if you were living together, the separation and property, finances, etc. If it's work, then are you still working there? What's going on? And either way, you feel like you're at effect of the whole circumstances, and you're undecided what to do. You don't have all the information. That's the blindfold, and you don't know which direction to go. Do you stay or do you go? Do you stay at work or do you go look for a different job? Do you stay in the relationship or do you move on? Undecided of what you're going to do. It's almost like the Two of Pentacles, because here, what's on your mind is all the responsibilities that you have, and you're juggling it. Life has responsibilities, and even as you're doing changes, there could be more responsibilities. For example, the Nine of Wands, you're handling it. You're not overwhelmed, but you're balancing, juggling your life. For example, if you're moving to a new place, that has lots of responsibilities, lots of wands. It's, physically packing, changing all the utilities, arranging how you're going to move things from one place to another. I mean, there's a lot of logistics, utilities, etc. If it's changing jobs, it's moving, applying for a new job, learning a new job, learning a new route. So whatever it is, you're balancing, but you're balancing it all right. You're fine. You're not overwhelmed. Or it could be balancing work and home, relationships and work. Whatever it is, you're handling it all right, and you have a lot of responsibilities, but it's not too much. Because then what's ahead is your sun. Things are good with manifestation. You figured out what you wanted, and things are starting. You can see that things are starting to come. You've put out to the universe what you wanted, and it's out there waiting for you, very sunny. So you can see that it's lining up and it's coming to you, because then you have these heavy responsibilities that are going away. The Ten of Wands is lightening your load, and then you're looking at your Seven of Cups. What do you want? What do you want to manifest now? What are your choices? The wands are, your heavy burdens are going away. You now can be freed up and have some choices of what you want for direction. Do you want a new home? Do you want to continue the relationship? Do you want to stay at this job? Do you want a new job? Do you want your own business? Do you want to move? Do you want to move to a house? Do you want to move to an apartment? Do you want a relationship? These are all these cups. You don't know what's under them, some of them. You have to, trust the universe. Trust your intuition. Because even if you make the wrong choice, you made the right choice. If you made the wrong choice, you learned something from it. And it isn't a wrong choice. So even though, it's under this cup, it's a learning experience. So for example, you looked at different jobs and you thought, well, I think I want to try this kind of job, or I want to go this place. And you go to this place and you go, whew, I sure don't like this kind of work. I like working remotely better. I'm in here in the traffic, and they have these, these meetings for hours and hours and hours in the morning to talk about what we're going to be doing, and then we don't have any time to do it. Boy, I think I'd rather do this kind of job. Well, that was a learning experience. You learned what you don't want. Or you move and you think afterwards, gee, I think that I really would have rather had lived in this location where they had a gym that was available, and and I feel isolated. It's all a learning experience. And then you learn what you like and what you don't like. So everything you do is actually an opportunity, if you look at it that way. So, and there's no mistakes, because it's, and it could be a life lesson that you signed up for, and it could be a subtle one. So look at these choices of the Seven of Cups, and they're all opportunities. You try to be as informed as you possibly can, but there's opportunities for each one of those. Then you're sort of in limbo, because here's your Fool card, it's new beginnings. And you're sort of hanging around. The Hangman can be like waiting for things to happen. Maybe you're waiting for a job offer, or you're waiting to hear about approval for something, or you're moving. It's a new beginning, and you're just sort of trying to decide what you're going to be doing, because your Seven of Cups is your feelings around you, and this is you looking at, okay, what is it that I want? And you're going to, as the Hangman, you're waiting, and you're waiting for information to come to you so you can make some informed decisions. Because then we have here that you're going to get a message, the Page of Pentacles, and it's the Three of Pentacles. Now, the Three of Pentacles is those opportunities. So you're going to hear something, and it could be about a new job, or it could be about school, or it could be about your new business. But you have the Page of Pentacles. So someone's looking for a job, you're going to hear about it, and you're going to learn on the job. Or someone's been approved for something, or someone's been accepted into a program, like some sort of hands-on, highly competitive program, like a special chef school, for example, or something, and you get approved. You've been waiting for it, and there it is. Or it could be a job, or approval for financing for self-employment. But you're going to hear something, and as a result of that, that's your new path for prosperity, because you figured out what you wanted. And then look what we have here. The final outcome is love, love. It's the Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups. So it represents that the Ace of Cups can be love, it can be like a relationship, or it can be moving, and you hear a message about it. Someone could be coming up to you and saying, hey, ask you out for a date, ask you out for coffee. Or it could be moving, and you get approved by, for moving to a new place. Either way. Or it can be loving yourself, if you don't want a relationship. So it's like moving to a new place. You're going to hear, and I do get people saying, when am I going to move, or I'm moving? Well, here's your message, yes. For someone, yeah, you're going to get that message, yes, you're moving. Because it's coming up. You've been waiting for the approval. For someone else, yes, you've been waiting for that person to ask you out. Or you're waiting for love, and love is coming. So it's new opportunities coming, Taurus. After your heavy burdens, it's now time to have the optimism of the new that is coming for you. You have the ending behind you. You have the assessment, and you're moving forward for new opportunities coming for you. That which was binding you in the past with the Eight of Swords is no longer there. You now have the freedom to move forward, and optimism to decide what you want. And you have choices, and the choices are what you want. What do you want to manifest? Because that's what's coming up. Okay, now we're going to get some oracle cards. And I'm looking at time. Okay. And Nina's right here. I hear Gypsy trying to break in. She gets lonely. And then Milo, she and Milo were like ganging up on me yesterday. My two little old, well, Gypsy's not, Gypsy's 12, I think, 12. I think she's 12 or 13. They're all old. Nina's 12, Jason's 10. Hope is 16. And then Gypsy's like 12. And then Milo's at least 15, 16. He's a little old guy. I always adopt the old ones, or the dogs that nobody wants. Like the blind dog from the puppy mill that I adopted. Okay, so let's pull these. Yeah, I adopted the blind dog from the puppy mill that they raided in Portland. Seized 100 dogs from the puppy mill that the lady wasn't giving them food. It was just horrible. They had lived in wire cages. There were so many dogs that had to go over 3 counties and 3 different shelters. And went to visit one, and they had all these little blind dogs. They were all little, and he was like a Shih Tzu. And it was for malnutrition. And I said, which one of these dogs is going to be the harder ones to place? And she said, the blind ones. I said, I'll take one. And that's how I got Jack. When I adopted the three-legged dog, I've adopted blind dogs. So I always have my special dogs. An older dog, like at least 8 years old, they're always usually older, that someone surrendered them or the owner died. Okay, angels and archangels and spirit guides. What is it that we have for our cards? Okay, like Nina. Nina's owner went to assisted living. Nina was 10 years old. And that's how I got Nina. I'm so blessed to have her. She's a little psychic dog. Angels and archangels. What is that that you have for Taurus? Okay, here we go. Yes, I'm talking about you, my little Nina. That lady that you love the sweater that she sent with you. She sent a sweater with her scent on it. Nina loves that little sweater. Big sweater, lady sweater. Okay, we have 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so never-ending story. Happy, happy. Yes, 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 yes. And Yang. Yang is of the yin yang. Yang is the manifestation card. Yes. It's the new beginnings, what you want to manifest. Happy, happy. That's pretty self-explanatory. Manifest what you want. The outcomes are sunny. You know, it's happy, happy. And never-ending story. It's learning and moving forward, and learning and moving forward. And let me see if that, I think that's what it was saying, because never-ending story is we're all here and we just keep going on and going on. 37. Self-criticism, the wounded ego, unnecessary drama. That's interesting. There's a story woven through the imperfect fabric of life that tells of hurt and loss, rejection and humiliation, self-loathing and arrogance, and all manner of suffering born of unnecessary drama. So that's your swords that was behind you, and your 10 of wands, but it's behind you, you know. Put that behind you, because it's not now, because you have the happy, happy, and the yang. So from that never-ending story, which the drama's behind you, you now have the manifestation, and the outcome is happy, happy. And I'm going to pull the positivism card right here. I don't know if you remember that Gypsy was a service dog and her owner died. Had a stroke right in front of her. And the family didn't want Gypsy. And she was an 8-year-old black dog. Black dogs don't get adopted, and especially 8-year-old dogs. And I said, I'll take her. Angels and archangels and spirit guides, what is it that we have for our law of positivism, for our Taurus? And Taurus, your card here is right here. 2 cards? Okay. We have, I have a healthy and stable foundation in my life. I have a healthy and stable foundation in my life, and I listen to the voice of my body. It lets me know exactly what I need. Self-care. You know, love yourself. There you go. Okay, let me then get your Know Your Own Magic. And if you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing, and consider also the $22 special for reading this month. And if you have any, you know, people have posted on the comments about they've gotten readings from me and how pleased they are by them. So lots of affirmative of my personal readings. Angels and archangels, what is it for Taurus that we have here? Oh, it's right in here. Right there. Okay, here we go. Oh, Lioness, you've earned all your stripes. Yeah, you have. You've gone through that difficult situation. I bet that some of you have gotten, I think, that certificate of completion that said you learned your life lesson, the stars are behind you. So those are your steps. You learned it. You got that certificate. So that's your check off, you know, on your list that you had coming into this life this time. The lessons, some of you completed that because you got the lesson. You figured it out. That's very good. Okay, now the meditation card for this week. Oh, are you coming back through, Milo? Okay. Did you talk to Gypsy? Milo is a failed placement. I've had him a long time. He and 2 other dogs were left at the vet. And so they went to a rescue group, and Milo went to a family, and they had him for 9 months, and then they dropped him off at the rescue group. No explanation, nothing about him. Didn't say anything, they just dumped him off again. So that's how I got Milo. Didn't I, Milo? And he's my buddy. When we were in Vegas, we would sit out on the little settee. In the morning, I'd have my coffee and he'd sit next to me and we just sort of look at the pool. That's where we're going to do it again, aren't we, Milo? Angels and archangels and spirit guides. And then he likes to putz around the yard and sniff all the rocks. Angels and archangels. Here we go. Okay. Trust. The light in you cannot be dimmed. Isn't that true? The light in you cannot be dimmed. Let your light shine, because you are Taurus. You are an awesome group. You are such supporters of the channel. Thank you so much. I really appreciate my Taurus. And Nina and I are sending you light and love from Portugal. Until next time.